Hello, this is Hal Ruth, and it's time for your Equalizer 9 tip of the week. This week's tip of the week is why you must always do a client debrief. And if you're not doing it, you're losing. And so, when we win or we lose a project, we must do a client debrief in both. Now, it's obvious why we should do them on losing, but you're probably thinking, why would I do a client debrief when I won? Well, here's why, and it's very important. Is when you win, first of all, the client is going to be more than willing to sit down and talk with you because they don't have to deliver any bad news. And so you'll get that meeting very easily. And what you want to learn, and I have a list of questions that I use up on the screen here, that I use when I'm doing a winning debrief. But the basic things I want to learn is, I want to know what I did really, really right, what our company did really, really right, so we can repeat it with other clients. I want to know what we should stop doing that we almost stumped our toe on so that we can stop doing that. I want to know what the competition did that resonated strongly, that almost beat us, because you'll be mistaken in thinking because you won that you dominated. You may have come very close to losing, and you want to know that from the client, and you want to know why you came close to losing, and you want to know what the competition did that really resonated, so you can do it too with them and with other clients. So now let's talk about a losing debrief. This is a little harder. Now, when you make the phone call, hey, I want to come do a debrief with you because we lost, the client may go, first of all, the client doesn't want to do that because that's bad news. So they may just say, try to cut you off on the phone and say, look, you did a fantastic job. Your whole team did a great job. It was so close. It could have come down, honestly, it was razor thin on the decision, and it could have come to a coin flip, honestly. It could have went either way. Don't you hate hearing that? It's a cop-out, but that's what they'll try to do. And that's when you should just sort of go, time out. We are not angry at all. This is important. We're not angry. We're just disappointed. And you're an important client to us, and we want to make sure that we're working with you for years to come. And so we really need your blunt honesty about what we did in our proposal, in our interview, in our whole process of selling to you. We need to understand, and here are the five questions that I ask when I'm doing a losing debrief. But the main things I want to understand are, what did we do wrong? Or if we didn't really do a lot wrong, what did our competition do really right that resonated? And a big one I want to come out with is, let's talk about people. Did you like our people compared to their team, their people? And here's why this is so important, is they may have loved your PM, they may have loved your superintendent, but they don't really like your pre-con guy. And if you don't learn that during the debrief, you will present the same person over and over to them and never know why you're losing. So you have to be able to get to that so that you can make a change the next time. So that's so important. And I can tell you so many times I've learned that maybe they didn't like our PM. We made a switch, we won. So here's what you need to use these losing debriefs as. You need to think about them as the first step toward winning the next project, because that's what they are. So two things are going to come out of these losing debriefs. One, you're going to change. In other words, you're going to reposition your offering and learn and reposition. But the second thing is, and this is as important as anything, and most people don't get this, you are developing sentiment with that client. In other words, if you handle it gracefully, I can't say that word, if you're being gracious, the client will feel like he owes you one. He will be pulling for you to win the next one. And he will start advocating and coaching you to win the next one if you handle this right. And again, that comes back to being gracious in losing. Not being angry, but just being disappointed, but wanting to make changes. The other thing I will tell you, and by the way, my dog Belle just walked in, so be ready for me to be interrupted at any moment. Belle, I don't know if y'all can see her. She's walking behind me. She's going to start barking in any minute, I'm sure. But here's the thing you also should do with your winning and losing debriefs. She's right here if you can't see her. You must, at the end of every year, you must be able to go back to those losing debriefs and win debriefs, record them in your CRM or wherever. You must be able to go to a whiteboard at the end of the year with your whole team and put down why you won Project A, why you lost Project B, why you won Project C, and so on and so on, every win and loss. And when you do that, then you go back and circle all the common themes to why you won, and you circle the common themes to why you lose. Then you come up with these trends. And with these trends, you then try to go out and repeat the reasons you won, or maybe it's a project type you seem to be winning, or a project size you seem to win at a higher rate. You want to repeat those things. On the losing side, you either want to change what you're doing wrong, or you want to just stop pursuing that kind of work that leads you toward those losing behaviors. But nonetheless, that trend analysis on why you win and why you lose is critical. So anyway, I hope you'll get better and thrive in your client debriefing, because it's so important. Thank you for listening to the Equalizer 9 Tip of the Week. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.